Well, here it is. We are back again tonight, live here at PJNET during our Cruise Crew hashtag rally. And it's a great night, and I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who are in our chat room that are dispatching our featured tweets. Hey, did you take a look at tweet number 2 on page number 1 from Ronald Lincoln 3, at Ronald Lincoln 3? Now, if you'll check out the original tweet, what you will find is a photo that has been attached, and this photo has surprisingly really made the rounds across Facebook, Twitter, and God knows where all else. And Ronald Lincoln 3 is on the phone with me right now. Ronald, welcome to PJNet's live Cruise Crew hashtag rally. We're glad you called in. And I'm a little curious. Apparently, this whole picture thing, I assume, was hatched between you and the other guy in the picture, and y'all just did it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. It's pretty spontaneous, I guess.
Well, but didn't you have to kind of plan? Okay, tomorrow let's both wear these shirts, or were you already wearing them?
Yeah, well, we definitely don't leave home without the cruise shirts. We would try and make a point of wearing them around the station so that people would see us wearing them after like our 5 o'clock time. We'd go out and work out, and we'd be able to kind of spread the word. We have our cruise mugs and our cruise shirts and show our support from work.
You're just cruise junkies, aren't you?
Yeah, we kind of are. We have been for some time. So
well, we are too, actually. So we have to get our daily fix in a different way than you do. So your buddy, what's his name?
That's Ryan. He's the taller guy in the photo.
Okay, you're on the left and he's on the right. Is that? I'm not looking at the photo.
I think I'm on the right in that picture. It took us about 20 takes of the iPhone camera to get it halfway right with the phone falling down and propping up on whatever we could find. But I think I'm on the right in that photo.
Okay, you are the taller one, and the other guy has a little bit darker hair and some facial hair. Okay, got it. All right, so. We got that.
Like no hair. He's almost kind of shaved. So
okay,
skinnier guy.
Skinny. Okay, so you're on the left, and you have a little beard. You've got a little goatee type beard there with your.
Yeah, right.
Okay. See, I had it backwards. So there you have it, folks. If you go check out that original tweet, and it just says paramedics for Ted Cruz, and all of a sudden, this graphic, this simple picture that was taken with an iPhone, starts making its rounds. What was your reaction?
Well, I was a little bit surprised when Terry had picked up the photo and messaged me and said that she was kind of passing it along to Twitter, and it was starting to take off because it was actually Ryan's idea. He said, let's go take a picture and we'll put it online. We'll just see if maybe one day Ted Cruz sees it himself, and we'd be pretty proud of that. So he originally he wanted
would you like Ted Cruz to take a look at the picture?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd be all for that.
Okay, we'll call Ted Cruz and tell him to take a look at it.
I would appreciate it.
No, you do.
Ryan would too. Yeah. Originally, Ryan had a little more elaborate plan to stage like a car wreck, and we were the paramedics on America, the car, and the country crashing, and Ted Cruz coming in. But it was a little too elaborate for just the two of us to do. And
come on.
Dark.
Maybe you could follow up and do something like that.
You never know. If it's become popular so far, we could maybe do a number 2.
do us. Yeah. We can't rewind the tape, but that's what you said. Do number 2.
Gotcha.
Has anybody given you any flack over this?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, we don't know a lot of people locally that have it that have shared the picture. So I started the Facebook account last week. Haven't had Facebook, and I'm not really online much. I watch a lot of news TV, read a lot of articles, but we haven't really done the social media thing. So it was kind of his idea to start an account and put a picture up.
So you and your buddy hatched this idea, and then after you've got the photo, then you say, well, gee, we better open up a Facebook and a Twitter account. It was that ad hoc. It was that.
Yeah, I guess it kind of was. Kind of random.
It was kind of random.
We have a lot of time on our hands when we're on calls, so.
Well, cool. Cool. Well, listen, I got to tell you, that picture is having an impact. And you know what? There's a lot of pictures out there. But it seems to capture and resonate because, I think that it's fair to say that the vast majority of people hold our first responders in high regard. And making a statement such as that, favoring the cruise campaign, I think strikes a chord that we can all find agreement. And there's so many things going on that are so bad. It's just good to see you and your friend taking a stand as first responders. And I guess we have done many hashtag rallies here at PJNet, and we've certainly done ones about Blue Lives Matter. But on behalf of the entire PJNet team, we'd like to just take a moment to thank you and your partner, not just for your support of the cruise campaign, but for what you do every day and every night. And tell us, in the minute or two we have left, tell us a little bit about the life of the work that you do. Is the typical day, I mean, we watch television, so that's what we know. How is it different than what we see on TV?
Well, it's kind of hard for me to watch those shows. It seems like Hollywood really does them up. They try and take the main fine points of the job we do. But we have a little sitting around once in a while. It's hard to say. I mean, we have all different sorts of calls. We work 24-hour shifts, and so it might be startled out of bed for a CPR in progress in the middle of the night somewhere. So we have a wide array of calls. We have simple calls, kind of the bread and butter calls, and then we have the the more important calls, it seems like. So we're just kind of a support group for each other, and it's kind of our life.
Tell me about the most peculiar or funny or light call you've ever made. Cat in a tree, I don't know, whatever it may be. What's one of the ones that's just the most laughable?
Well, that's hard on the spot. It seems like anytime people ask me that, I can't think of it to laugh at the fact.
Well, I'll give you a minute. Let me ask the other question. What's the most serious one you've ever been called out on? What's the one that sticks in your mind as where you felt good about what you're doing and helping people?
Well, we anything that happens with a child, it seems like, is the worst. Having kids myself, I have three kids under 3 myself, and those ones really hit home. Mm-hmm. So, and it's not always a good outcome with them, and that's usually the worst, is when you don't get a good outcome, and those ones really stick in their mind. And usually those are like traumatic calls. It's not usually the medical side. It's car wrecks. Mm-hmm. Kids ran over. That's it's something that we have all the time, and I think that's why I say kind of the Hollywood side of it. They make it appear like we just run nasty calls, every call all day long, and it's not really like that. We get some bad calls where it's CPR in progress, and you manage to get there in a couple of minutes, and you push some drugs, you intubate them, and you get them back. I've had a person I shocked, believe it or not, he got shocked a total of 50 times between me and the doctor on the operating table, and he woke up in between every time and just sat up. And we were going straight to the operating room because he was having the big one, basically. And that was a good one. I mean, as far as memorable, I was able to shock him 12 times myself, and he ended up walking out of the hospital. The doctor called me the next day and said, yeah, he walked out like 3 days later. So those are kind of the important ones.
Has anyone, after you've rendered aid, approached you later and said thank you?
Yeah, I actually had a guy bring me a box of chocolates once. It was a kind gesture, but they were expired by a year. So, but it was a nice gesture.
Now you've had a minute to think about it. It's an emotional roller coaster. What's one of the lighter moments?
Oh, man. I think usually the lighter moments are probably the ones I can't say on the air. They're usually somebody who's strung out on meth or anything in between, all of the above, and all you can do to hold them down. I'm pretty sure I've had to nearly perform an exorcism a time or two, restraining people. Definitely sure of that. I don't know. We've had a lot of phone calls. kind of hard just to think of. This actually is one a while back. This is actually recently. We got called for a dead body. Doesn't sound very funny, but this guy said he found it in the river. And when we got called down there, they said that it was decapitated and mutilated. Mm-hmm. And I'm on my way down there, and I was like, well, there's nothing I'm going to do at this point. Why are they sending me? Mm. You know, I'm the paramedic.
Yeah.
And we get down there, and the guy says, he's talking to the cop, and he says to the cop, does he still have sweatpants on? The cop kind of turns, and he says, what do you mean? He goes, well, I was down there 2 weeks ago, and there was a body down there with sweatpants on. Does he still have sweatpants on? Is it the same guy? And the cop just says, why didn't you call 2 weeks ago if you saw it 2 weeks ago? So that's kind of the sick irony in it.
Was there actually a body?
Yes, there was. There was a body.
That was a post-mortem about 2 weeks, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I think they suspect animals got into that. So.
Well, I know that you can't see the chat room, but I want to let you know that there is a stream of effusive chat from some patriots that I know personally and have hung out with for some time, thanking you for the service that you provide to the public. And Jeff, we at PJNet wish you the very best. We're very glad you called in. Thank you for, your spontaneous hatched idea, because that little iPhone photograph is making the rounds, and it's making a difference. So, Jared, thank you again for your service, and thank you again for your support of the Cruise cause.
Well, thank you. It was good talking to you guys.